Hello everybody and welcome to another Let's Play. This time around I'm going to be playing Nelson Tethers Puzzle Agent. Now one thing about this game is I started playing it blind, and then a couple of hours I think into the game I realized that Shadowplay wasn't recording the sound from the game. So I already have a game save. I'm just going to go ahead and start a new one. Just so you can see it all from the beginning. So unfortunately, at least the first couple of hours probably are not going to be blind. I don't know how far into the game that is, but we'll see. I'll tell you when we get to the part where I've already gotten to. But for now, let's just go ahead and start. And so this game is brought to you by Telltale Games. You might know them from The Walking Dead. I've only played the first season of The Walking Dead. And one thing about this game, I don't know if you can hear me over the sound, but the music is really loud, and I've turned it down, but it's still ridiculously loud. It goes from either muted to loud to ridiculously loud. So this is the character we're going to be playing as, Nelson Tethers, FBI agent. What did he see? So as you can tell, we work for the FBI under the Department of Puzzle Research. I'll be reading all of these little things as we go. I'll try to explore as much of the game as I can. So the first one says, Nelson Tethers' crossword puzzle has been ripped to bits, but is there something written on it? Construct it to find out. So a lot of the puzzles that I've encountered in this game so far have been fairly simple. Some of them, however, have been tricky and have stumped me, so I kind of feel bad going back into the game knowing the answers. I'll feel so cheaty when I do that, but hopefully it'll still be entertaining. Because this game, the design, all the characters and the environments were drawn by artist, where does this go? Graham Annable. I should probably stop talking so that I can figure these things out. This might go around here somewhere a little bit. Dang it, this. I got that on accident. And this. So you might have heard of his comic series, Grickle, which has a very similar art style, and he's also worked on films such as Coraline and most recently The Box Trolls. So it's got a very charming art design. And the voice acting so far in this game has been hilarious.
Puzzle Research. This is Agent Tethers. I think you have the wrong number. Oh, I see. An assignment. In the field? No, sir, it's been, yes, quite some time. Uh-huh. Erasers? The foundation of democracy? Oh, absolutely, sir. I agree, sir. Oh, yes, the White House needs its erasers, sir. I'll be on the next plane to... Wait, where?
Scoggins. So we find ourselves headed to Scoggins, Minnesota.
Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. Population, 754. Temperature, it's cold, and not much to look at. According to the agency, there's some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. The whole plant is shut down. There's a weird man staring at me. Hopefully, this won't be a big waste of time. Agent Tethers out. I have no idea where my hotel is. I might have to ask for directions.
Alright, so if you've ever watched the show Twin Peaks, or the movie Fargo, or the TV show Fargo, you'll notice there's a lot of really subtle references to both of those shows. You got your FBI agent, and you'll see as you go along other things there are. So for now, we need to talk to the creepy man.
Excuse me, I'm Nelson Tethers with the FBI's Department of Puzzle Research. Hello?
Yep.
Okay, and you are?
Bjorn.
Bjorn?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Bjorn. Boy, those snowmobiles sure are a bumpy ride, eh?
Yep.
So he's not a very talkative fellow, this Bjorn. Let's ask him if he knows where the hotel is.
Can you give me directions to the nearest hotel? I'm having a little trouble finding my way around.
You'd never get there. Roads are too slick.
Sir, I'm an agent of the FBI's Puzzle Research Division. It can't be harder than the puzzles I see every day.
Not so.
It's really just a matter of trajection.
Okay, on the way to the hotel, you're going to pass 2 traffic lights.
Alright, actually, let me read these for you guys. This is directions and detours. Nelson's snowmobile is sliding along the roads. Arrange the logs to help Nelson bump his way to the hotel. Make sure to pass the traffic lights Bjorn mentioned along the way. So puzzle rules. Drag logs from the menu onto the game grid. A log can be dragged to any free space. Nelson's snowmobile will start off heading south. When it hits a log, it will bank right or left depending on the log's orientation. Nelson must hit every stoplight on his way to the hotel. Press submit and confirm that the logs are arranged correctly. So I'm going to do something a little different here for my first time, since I already know pretty much how to figure out these puzzles. If you want to play along at home, feel free to pause the game and see if you can figure out what the puzzle should be before I do. Now, this one is very simple. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Again, you can just pause at any point. So, the way this one works is you just kind of follow along, just kind of turning, ping-ponging, all the way over to the hotel, which should be over there. Let's see if we're right. And we got there. I find it absolutely hilarious that each puzzle I solve cost the taxpayers $75,000. Top agent, alright. So off we go. And here we are.
I must have gotten lost. I thought your directions were taking me to the hotel.
They did.
I'm standing in front of the hotel, aren't I?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
welcome.
Very helpful guy, this Bjorn. Bjorn, do you know anything about what happened at the factory?
I'm here to investigate an incident at the Scoggins eraser factory. Do you know anything about it?
Nope. The hotel's going to close soon. Better check in if you're sticking around.
Have you seen any suspicious people around Scoggins lately?
Seen any suspicious people hanging around the hotel lately?
Yep.
Really? Can you describe them?
Skinny. Asks lots of questions. Wears a stupid hat.
I think he's talking
Thanks for the
about me.
tip.
Yep.
Well, thanks and goodbye. Let's take a look at this fence. Scratch marks.
Discovered a fence. Boards all chewed up something terrible. Could be the work of strays trying to get to the dumpsters back there. I don't know why I'm reporting this.
Sure, it'll be important. Alright, so the way this works is if you don't know what to do, you can just kind of click around and it highlights areas of interest within that circle that appears. So we want to go inside the hotel. Alright, so we've got ourselves an interesting character over here. We'll talk to him in a little while. And gum. There's gum sticking on the walls. I wonder why. Let's ask.
Hello.
Well, hello there, mister. Welcome to Valda's Inn. I'm Martha Garrett, but everyone calls me Ma. How can I help you?
I'm Nelson Tethers. I have a reservation.
Oh, yeah, you're here about the eraser factory, eh? We're awfully excited to have a real FBI man in our town. It's just like TV, yeah? Ooh, I'm gonna make some hot dish for you later.
A hot dish?
Oh, you'll love it. I've never met a man who didn't love himself some hot dish.
Some hot dish. Alright, so now we need our room key, and whenever there's a conversation option that is essential for the story, it's got this little colored puzzle. Occasionally you'll have a gray puzzle, and those are optional for the story.
So, what room am I in?
Yeah, okay, I've got your room right here. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. The night clerk wrote down your room number in code.
Mind if I have a look? I bet I can figure out what room I'm in.
The security-minded night clerk notated Nelson's room number in cryptic form. Help Martha see what's written so you can get your keys. So let's solve it. So, do you see it? Do you see it? I do. This one's fairly simple, and a lot of these first puzzles are fairly simple. Soon we'll be getting into some very brain twisting puzzles. But this one, obviously, is this. Alright.
There you go, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, yeah, now I see. Okay, then. Here's your room key, FBI man.
Alright, so we got our room key.
Thanks. Actually, while I have you here, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Real quick, I promise.
Oh, yeah, of course.
How do I get around town?
How do I get to the factory from here?
The FBI doesn't know where the factory is? Oh, dear, our moose is cooked.
Rest assured, ma'am, the FBI just likes to confirm intelligence with civilian knowledge of... We like to double-check things.
Oh, of course. Well, it's easy. I have a tourist map of our little town of Scoggins right here. You know, our Scoggins Erasers is the plant that supplies the White House with all of its erasers. The president could be fixing a mistake with a Scoggins eraser right now.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm here. That and the fact that every time the Bureau made an inquiry into the situation, all we ever got back were bizarre puzzles.
Oh yeah, well, that'll happen.
That'll happen. Okay, so what can you tell me about these Scoggins erasers?
Do you know anything about the problem at the factory?
Yeah, so tragic about the accident, huh?
Accident?
Oh yeah, the foreman, Isaac Davner, they say he was killed in there.
Is that so?
Well, not to be gossipy, but I heard the accident was caused by raccoons.
Raccoons?
Yeah, little creatures that live in the woods around the factory. Maybe you should go talk to Sheriff Bog about it, though. You should be able to catch him out by the factory right now.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
And who might our friend over there be?
The guy in the lobby, is he okay?
Oh, that's Bo Murphy. He's always been a bit of an odd one. Yeah, he sits there all day trying to do his puzzles. He mostly keeps to himself, and I bring him some food from time to time. Sometimes I swear he'd starve to death if I didn't bring him something to eat.
Well, I guess that's it for now. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, goodbye.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any gum for sale? Or know where I can buy some?
Dear, we've been out of gum for quite some time.
What?
Haven't seen a stick in months anywhere in town. We tend to get shipments of things like that in the spring.
So, no gum?
Nope.
Gum helps me concentrate.
Alright, so it turns out that Nelson Tethers likes to use already chewed gum to concentrate. It's disgusting. But that's what the gum's for. It's for using hints during puzzles. Let's go ahead and talk to our friend over here.
Excuse me, you look perplexed.
Puzzles. So many puzzles.
Puzzles? I might be able to help you with that.
Bo has swallowed a rubber band again. His x-ray shows only tapeworms, or does it? Rotate segments of the pesky parasites to reveal the hidden object. Okay, so some of these puzzles are more along the lines of trying to find the image within these things. So these I'm just kind of gonna solve. So I have already played through this. I don't remember exactly how all of these things are arranged, though, so we'll have to figure it out as we go. Okay, so that is a part of the rubber band. That's a part of the rubber band. Okay, so there's our rubber band right there. And I'm not sure if I have to figure out the rest of this. matches up. I guess this is the only guy that doesn't match up. And I don't know, but I don't know if they're allowed to have two heads like that. But I think that's done. Anyways, let's see if that's correct. Some of these I don't remember the exact way to arrange these things, but that looked correct. There we go. Alright, top agent again.
Solved! Now maybe you can relax a little.
With the whispers, if it's an acrostical enigma, maybe it's a Baltimore trans-deletion. The whispers?
Or not.
That guy sounds a little like Maurice LaMarche. I'm not sure if it's him though. Just a little. Okay, so I need to head over to the factory.
The residents of Scoggins seem nice enough. Aside from one wild goose chase, everyone's been cooperative. Plus, it looks like I'm primed for all the hot dish I can eat. It remains to be seen if that's a good thing. I got a map from the hotel owner, so I'm heading over to the eraser factory. Agent Tethers out. Am I supposed to be saying that?
I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Let's see if there's anything else around here. Can't talk to Bjorn again. Let's head off to the factory. Anything besides talking to the sheriff?
Hi, Sheriff Bog. Yeah, I'm Nelson Tethers of the FBI's Department of Puzzle...
Agent Tethers, good to meet you. We got a real mess here. Yes, we do.
We do?
Oh, yes. It's gonna be a while before we can get this factory running again.
But my job is to get this factory back to making erasers.
Agent Tethers, you're in a right pickle.
Well, I should probably ask you some questions about the incident then.
That's what I'd do if I was a big, important FBI boy.
This guy's voice cracks me up. What do you know about the incident?
What was this incident?
Well, we don't need to be dramatic.
What happened?
There was an explosion.
What?
Oh, yeah. A big explosion. And the foreman just never came home.
What time was the accident?
When did the accident take place?
Well, I've been trying to figure that out myself. Here's what I know.
The Rest Easy guard service was employed to keep watch over the factory from midnight to midnight yesterday. From their statements, can you determine the time of the big noise? Okay, so this one is one of the first logical puzzles in this game. I'll read these out loud. Give you a few seconds. I guess you can pause to see if you got it right. So Bernie says, boom, 1 hour before the last shift started. Or boom, 1 hour before the last shift started. Pop says, I get the shortest shift, 3 hours. Al says, only Bernie put in the full 8 hours. Iggy said, worked from 6 till I was relieved. So, you think you got it? Well, Pop here worked the last shift. Iggy here, we know he didn't work the last shift because he was relieved, so somebody had to work after him. We know that Bernie must have worked the second to last shift. So 1 hour before the last shift started, he heard the boom. Now, if this guy was relieved and this guy worked the second to last shift, we don't know how much Al works yet. But let's see. How did I figure this out last time? I know the answer. But I assumed that Pop worked the last one because we know Iggy was relieved. We know Bernie didn't work the last shift. And so Al really was the only contingent here. But we know Bernie did work the full 8 hours, and so 8 o'clock was the time of the explosion. Kind of tongue twisted my way through that one, but hooray. Now, whenever you finish a puzzle, this little thing comes up. So how did you solve it? So the solution is explained here. Bernie worked 8 hours out of the 24-hour day, and Pop worked 3. Al worked 6 hours, and Iggy worked 7. Iggy had to start at 6 a.m. because he was relieved by another guard. Al came first and worked the 6-hour shift. Then Iggy started at 6 a.m. and ended at 1 p.m. Bernie worked the 3rd shift. Since he heard the noise, the shift went to 9 p.m. so the explosion happened at 8 p.m. So that's how we could have figured out using the time. Last time I just assumed that Pop had worked the last shift, but using the time, you can figure it out. I need to be more observant about these things. That's kind of why I'm playing these games. To kind
If there was an explosion at that time,
sharpen
wouldn't
up
the
my own
icicles
mind.
on the building have been knocked off?
Good point. Maybe they grew back.
Maybe they grew back. What can you tell me about the foreman?
What happened to the foreman? My notes don't have a lot of details.
Well, we're still trying to figure that out. One day after work, Mr. Dabner just never came home. The accident was pretty bad.
Oh, is there a body?
Nope, he's just gone. Isaac Dabner's his name, if you don't have that in your notes.
We don't even know if he died in that explosion?
Won't be able to find that out till we find a way into the factory.
Questions upon questions. So, how much have you gotten into the investigation?
What did your investigation turn up?
Not much. I can't figure out how to get past this lock.
Well, that's because it's missing a piece. I can see that just by looking at it.
So it is. I guess that's why you make the big bucks, right?
That's right, sir.
All the big bucks. Alright, so I guess that's everything we have to ask him, so thank you and goodbye.
Well, I don't seem to be getting a lot of answers.
Listen, why don't you meet me down at the Moose Ear Diner later? I have some files related to the case that you may be able to help me with.
Oh, okay, but I really think...
Agent Tethers, it's a pleasure working with you. You're doing a great job. I'll meet you at the Moose Ear in a bit.
Each mystery more mysterious than the last. Alright everybody, thanks for watching the first episode of Let's Play Puzzle Agent. If you have anything to say to me as far as how my playthrough goes, just go ahead and leave a comment. I appreciate it if you leave a thumbs up if you're watching this. Also, you can subscribe to my channel. It's right there. Just click subscribe, click the thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next episode of Let's Play Puzzle Agent.